the neoliberal shift wasn't actually about shrinking the state. What it was about crushing collective power. And you see this with like the first moves that politicians like Thatcher and Reagan undertake when they come into power. It was crush the labour movement. And there was a discourse that surrounded this as well. So there was the physical assertion of the power of the state. There was the literal beating up of miners, the use of the police to put them in their place. But there was this ideological shift as well, which was you are not a worker, you are not a citizen, you are a consumer. A lot of the problems that we have in our society today, whether it's like, the crazy stuff that you see on social media, whether it's this sense of powerlessness, whether it's even like, low pay as a result of people not being able to organize, they all come back to this question of individualism. And you hear this, particularly among young people, there's a sense that when things go wrong, it's your own fault. You have no one to blame but yourself. And I think this is really like damaging people's mental health. There's this sense of like deep and profound shame at not being able to compete in the same way as maybe those around you. All of this comes back to this shift that was at the heart of neoliberalism, which is that there's no such thing as society, which is what Thatcher said. It's all just a collection of isolated individuals competing against each other. And I mean, to illustrate what this means for our sense of our own power within the system, think about, like 50, 60 years ago, if you as a worker were dissatisfied with your pay, or you went home and you couldn't put food on the table, you would have gone into your workplace, chatted with your co-workers, chatted with your union rep and said, look, like, are you in the same position as me? Because I can't afford to feed my kids. And they would have been like, yeah, you're right. Okay, well, we need to do something about this. We need to go on strike and organize because our boss is exploiting us. Today, if you can't put food on the table, what do? You blame yourself. You maybe go out and get a personal loan at a very high interest rate. Some people become depressed because they're like, I can't afford to feed my family. I'm a loser. There's no sense of your, collective power, or indeed the way in which you are being exploited because of your position within the system.